Well, good afternoon, Chairman Rinaldi, members of the Officials Committee and the SREC. This is Jon Bouche, Vice Chairman of the Montgomery County Republican Party. Today is August 24th. I gave you guys an update a week ago on what was happening in the party, so I wanted to give you another update this week. First, the good news. The Montgomery County Republican Party has worked really hard, and we filled all the vacancies of our 111-member County Executive Committee. So we have those all filled. Our committees have been formed, and we've already been meeting in preparation for the upcoming election. So that's already happening. Our regularly scheduled CEC meeting, as voted on by the majority of the CEC, is September 6th. That meeting call went out by the steering committee and a majority of the CEC, and the agenda is all geared towards the upcoming election. None of the stuff, inter-party stuff. We're just focused on the committees, what they're doing, and getting our precinct chairs prepared for the upcoming election. Sadly, though, the day after the meeting call went out, Chairman Christ and his minority faction sent out another meeting call for the exact same day, at the exact same time, in a different location. And their agenda is all about replacing officers, replacing precinct chairs, and there's even number 8 item on the agenda which says rules change. So if you're following this, they have 25 to 30 precinct chairs. They're going to show up at a remote location, pretend to unelect the officers that have been elected, remove precinct chairs that have already gone through the process and been sworn in, and replace them with people who presumably will just vote the way our chairman does. You know, not only is this poor leadership in bad form, but we think it violates Chapter 4, Section 821 of Robert's Rules of Order, which defines a meeting as a single gathering of the body, not a dual gathering where there's competing agendas going on. I should point out that that meeting agenda, like I said, we're focused on the election. They're focused on disrupting the party. And this rule change thing is really concerning, but not surprising. Now some have suggested that we just show up at their meeting, and because we have the majority, we just vote their meeting, change the meeting, etc. The problem with that is they've labeled this a special meeting, and as you guys know, if it's a special meeting, you can't change the agenda. So the best we could hope to do would be to show up at their meeting and adjourn the meeting, which would of course be very contentious and even more divisive, and we don't want to contribute to that. And by the way, even if we did change our meeting venue to go over there and do all that, they would probably just cancel their meeting, and then the venue wouldn't allow us in, so we wouldn't have a meeting at all, so we wouldn't get anything done. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Yesterday, I was told that there's some elected officials that may be contacting you to vouch for our chairman, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm going to go ahead and attach the TEC filing for the Republican Voters of Texas PAC to this email that I'm sending you with this video on it. That is the fake Republican Party here that operates in the primary, that has worked with Democrats before to defeat conservatives. That PAC was started by our chairman's wife, who owns, as I mentioned in an earlier video, Southern Heritage Consulting. So her client list is reflected on that TEC filing and on the RVT voter guide, which I will also send you. So if you do get contacted by one of these people, you might want to go ahead and look at that list and consider that, the clients of the chairman's political consulting firm and the way they benefit from this, of course they're going to do that. This would be like Bonnie vouching for Clyde. These people are not witnesses to what's going on. They're accomplices. So please look at that. With the RVT PAC, and they have a couple of others they've started now to sort of water down the Republican Party brand here. Our chairman started the Montgomery County Republican Club, which he's the listed treasurer on. They started another Republican club. So they're just watering down and forming all these shadow parties. But one of the founders of that group was a lady named Jackie Waters, who ran against Steve Toth in the House. She was a precinct chair. She was one of the founders of the Republican Voters of Texas PAC, and she held a fundraiser and campaigned for one of the Democrats in this county, a lady by the name of Claire Lindsay, who was running against Matt Beasley for JP3. 2 other members of that PAC, Greg Long and Jamie Metz, the son of Commissioner Metz, went to a fundraiser, participated in a fundraiser held in Commissioner Metz's girlfriend's business, and went on about how wonderful Jay Stittleberg, the Democrat, was as he was running for county judge against our Republican candidate. So this isn't anything new. In 2014, our chairman and his wife participated in a fake Tea Party. When the Tea Party had a lot of power, they showed up at the polls in their Tea Party shirts and just decided that they were the Tea Parties and told voters that they were the Tea Party. I'll also attach a picture of that because they like to deny that as well. Now, look, the Texas Election Code, Section 171.021, states clearly that a county party is established in a county where a state party holds a primary. So the state party has primacy. You guys can do something about this because there is no county party without the state party. You've been given an 8M report which details over 120 pages with exhibits of the actions of our chairman and the things that he's been doing to disrupt and destroy the party here in Montgomery County. There is also explicit language in Rule 8K and 8N about how you guys deal with county party issues. There's also Supreme Court precedents, U versus the San Francisco Democrat Committee, that shows that found that any state law that presumes to interfere with the party's organization and the way they operate, their freedom of association, is presumptively invalid. And there's some other court cases. Kajan is another one, for example. So you guys do have the standing, you do have the rules in place to handle this, and I really hope you will. If you will recall, at the convention, over 5,000 plus Republicans at the convention in Houston. And when Plank 247 came up, it was 245 at the time, but it ended up being 247, that said a CEC, where they exist, would elect the county chairman. There was only one person that went to the mic to oppose this, and that was our county chairman here in Montgomery County. And that is because of the situation they've set up here with these fake PACs, and it helps the county chairman's wife and her business to be able to hand the voter a guide and say, hey, I'm the county chairman's wife. Here's the Republican slate, and it's got all her clients on it, which has been going on here for a while. So look, I just really feel that if the RPT does not act to enforce their rules and the laws here, and they find that they can't do anything or they don't want to get involved, you're going to have a county chairman here who's given free rein to remove officers, nullify votes, declare meetings invalid, seize all the funds collected for the election, change the rules of the party, just create his own party structure, which he's already starting to do. And I think that's going to have a ripple effect across Texas. So I hope y'all will consider all these things when y'all are debating this, because something needs to be done. You got to understand something. Here in Montgomery County, we earn the title of the reddest county in the nation. You have a large group of grassroots individual conservatives here who are working hard. We're ready to work hard. We're ready to go back and deliver those large voter margins again. It gets exceedingly harder every time we're at the polls having to fight our chairman's wife, their PAC, and this coalition of them with the Democrats. It's really difficult. And right now, what's going on in the party with our chairman thwarting the will of the majority, it just makes it an impossible situation, and it's demoralizing the CEC. So we need you guys to step in, render a decision. If y'all think what he's doing is right, just let us know. But I just can't see that happening. But if you have any questions, I would love to talk to you. My cell number is 281-907-3989. Give me a call. I'm happy to discuss this with you. But you guys do have the authority to fix this, and I hope you will once and for all, because it needs to happen. God bless Montgomery County. God bless Texas. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.